Another month. Man, can you believe less than 100 days? No, a little bit more than 120. Less than 120 days left in this year of um, I think it's about 100 days. Yeah. Well, let me get this straight. 100 days left in the year of 2022. Man, I hope you're excited for the rest of the year. And this is the start of the fourth quarter. If you watch football games, they throw up their four other games, put up four in the air when it's the end of the year, when it's the end of the game, when it's the end, and it's like, hey, let's finish strong. On Monday, excuse me, this is Monday. On Friday, I, asked the question, do you dread Monday? Here we are Monday. And there's some of you that are tuning in. It's either at, mid-morning, you're maybe on your lunch break, maybe you're getting ready for lunch break, just catches you at a time where you can watch this, or are you watching it at a different time? And I want to ask, are you dreading today? If you've already made it halfway through today and you're like, yeah, I've dreaded today. Or if you're like me that, yes, my day is off and going, but this is the start of the business segment of my day. Am I dreading today? No, not much. I'm excited about today. I need to keep important over urgent. Linda, welcome. Glad you're here. Glad to see you. Hope you're having a great day. And when you keep important over urgent, it keeps everything in priority. Too often on Mondays or on whatever other day, start of your day, urgent can quickly overtake important. And when urgent overtakes important, I think that's when you become frazzled. That's when you all of a sudden succumb to the pressures, the stresses. If you can set aside the urgent, I'll get to it. Let me make sure that I cover the important for the day. I have a few important things that I need to get done. Few of them, honestly, I've procrastinated on, and they're important. I didn't make them urgent enough in the moment. Today, I'm focusing on the important, not necessarily the urgent. The next thing I wanted to discuss today is the chance to be a mentor. I read about this in part of my morning reading. I also stopped and thought about the opportunity that's in front of me and all of us today is the great way to leave a lasting legacy, make an impact, is spending time on mentoring someone else. Now, mentorship happens really in two different ways. It can be structured or it can be very organic. Maybe it's just asking someone, hey, can you answer a few questions for me? Maybe it's reading a book in a certain topic area. Maybe it's going to an event or taking place in something virtual or even something like this. It's a mentorship opportunity just for someone else to share or for you to share something you've gained and learned. One of the things that I understand as a mentor and someone looking for a mentor, it's how do you know what people have to offer? I was at an event this weekend, and the gentleman who was speaking shared something I never knew about him. I knew who he was, knew a little bit about him, but he vulnerably shared something that impacted his life 6 years ago. And in that instance, his opportunity and his impact increased because he was relatable, he was vulnerable, and he shared. And he shared from a place of what he had to offer, not to brag, not to, make anything this, that, or the other, but just to share and allow for a connection. When you share what you have to offer, it shouldn't be someone take offense of that. No, it gives an opportunity to connect. Now there's boasting. There is, chastising others through, sharing what you have to offer. But other than that, it is sharing what wisdom, what value you have. I'm going to finish up with this today, my thought of the day. It's something I read this morning. I can't take this thought as my own, but it's making me think. Being wise is knowing what to overlook. As you grow, as you learn, as you start to take in information, you start to go through those story problems of life and realize which is the extraneous material, which are the numbers there just to confuse you. There's a lot of numbers in our life that come in front of us that are confusing. Some of them are important, some of them are not. Wisdom is knowing what to overlook. That could be the numbers in our life. That can also be the words, that can be the actions of others. choosing to overlook them, choosing to say, that's not important right now. Oh, I'm not going to take that in too much, can really impact your life. It can really help you understand, you know what? I don't need to worry about that. That's okay. That's not meaningful. Oh, I've gone through that in the past, not discounting it, but I also know the time will come around. I'm reminded of the story about the farmer. The farmer had a son. The son was, young, and one day the farmer was. They found this horse. His son was riding the horse and thought, "How great it is that we have this horse." The son fell off the horse, broke his arm. He's like, "Oh, how unfortunate that my son broke his arm." The next day, someone comes along and they're collecting young men to be warriors. Unfortunately, this son had broken his arm. He was not fit to be in the army. How fortunate it was that his son broke his arm so he couldn't. Wisdom is knowing what to appreciate and accept and win, and knowing that, hey, today's setback may be actually tomorrow's opportunity. Being wise is knowing what to overlook. Hope you got value from all that today. Thanks for being here. I'll catch you again next time.